Hey there smartphone fans, welcome back for another honest hands-on review. And if you're looking for the best MEIZU M6 Note review, then you might have found it here. The Snapdragon 625 power 4000 mAh battery M6 Note, but is it better than the Mi 5X? I'll try to answer this question in my full review. Now, the MEIZU M6 Note is built far better than most budget or mid-range devices that I've reviewed. This phone's metal back is made out of premium metal, it's not cheap aluminium, it's solid and has a very nice skin textured blast on it to make it feel comfortable in your hand. It just feels super smooth to hold, and because all the edges are curved, you can definitely manipulate it easily with one hand. The Snapdragon 625 and running on Android 7.1.2 Nougat with great Sony cameras, this phone is definitely out there for the bargain hunters who want absolutely the best deals when it comes to specs, battery and perhaps the best camera on the market at this price point ever built. But there is a big elephant in the room, shadow of the Xiaomi Mi 5X or the Mi A1. But the M6 Note is a different beast altogether. Besides from some similar specs, and the phone does support VoLTE as well, the M6 Note runs on Flyme OS, which is not a custom Android skin like MIUI, but very different. It's more iOS like, and it's controlled by the home button, or as it's known, M-Touch button. The M6 Note also features a 3.5mm headphone jack, and it also has this very super cool quad LED flash on it, which you can use for notifications as well as lighting up your pictures in the dark. And on top of that, MEIZU have actually put a regular notification light in there as well, and to access the quad LED notification flashlight effects, you have to go into the accessibilities menu and flashlight effects and choose the effects you want your quad LED flashlight to actually apply. And that means you can definitely turn your phone on your screen and just look at the back and you will know what kind of notification you're getting. And let's talk more about Flyme OS. Yes, this is my absolute favorite Android skin. I even prefer it more than stock Android. It's so easy to use and so thoughtfully done to make everything convenient, and to do anything you want with as less gestures as possible is just a breeze to use in everyday life. You control it with the M-Touch button, press once to go back and press harder to go to home. And you can also pull down notification slide and choose 2G, 3G, 4G and choose different Bluetooth devices and Wi-Fi networks without switching to other menus, and these are just some of the great features of the Flyme OS. Others include the absolutely amazing Smart Touch button, which helps with one-hand navigation even on the largest MEIZU devices, and can even be customized and programmed to do different features. But I'll tell you, this is the best way to use a big screen phone with one hand, as it's absolutely convenient and you can place it anywhere you want. So it's at the exact right size where your thumb is, and the functions I usually set it up with is press it left and right to view your recent and switch between your recent tasks, and you can double press it to view the tiles list, and you can pull it down to lower the notification shade and pull it up to return to home. And here it is in actual usage. You can see how easy it is to move through anything you've done with just a single swipe. This is something that's not possible with most Android skins out there. Flyme OS features more customization options, and it's like a lot of customization options. It even has its own theme and wallpaper store with plenty of themes and wallpapers for free to choose from. But the coolest thing you can do with Flyme OS is apply root access with the touch of a button. That's right, no ADB, no additional whatsoever, no applying for it, no waiting for it, just click on it and the phone will restart, and then you have root access to uninstall or install whatever you want to do. And it's time to feast at the wonderful 5.5-inch Full HD IPS sharp made LCD panel. That's the main front attraction of the MEIZU M6 Note, and it features amazingly good and accurate colors, great viewing angles, very good sunlight visibility, and I have to say it's one of the best displays you can get at this price point. It's not an AMOLED or OLED panel, but it has deep blacks and absolutely excellent lifelike color reproduction. And taking the phone outside in direct sunlight will also yield very good results. Anything you want to read and look at, any social app, will be visible on the LCD panel, so this offers very good brightness and good sunlight visibility for those of you who want to use the phone mostly outside when it's very sunny. And next up we have the speaker quality, and I'm sure you won't check that out because I definitely think this is the best sounding speaker at this price point. And now for those of you who just can't live without Antutu's benchmark score, and here it is. The Snapdragon 625 performs well, just as good as any Snapdragon 625, and the Mi 5X just barely overscores it in any tests like Geekbench and Antutu. But the M6 Note actually delivers on the test it matters. The PC Mark 2.0, which is the test you really want to know for daily driver performance, and it does beat the Mi 5X and Mi A1, and it clearly wins in the storage department as well. So when it comes to future-proofness, both phones are actually very good, but I would definitely go with the M6 Note. And when it comes to charging, it features the M-Charge technology made by MEIZU, and it's one of the best charging technologies in the world. You can charge the phone's 4000 mAh battery in just around 2 hours. And if you're wondering how's the battery life, the screen on time on this phone is amazing. If you're mainly viewing media or browsing, you'll definitely get around 10 hours of screen on time. And if you're doing mostly gaming, you will get around 6 to 7. And if you want to really have the best gaming experience, you have to switch on the performance mode in the battery settings. But if you don't do gaming like all the time, I mean like really the heavy stuff, you best leave it on balance for everyday life. And here is actual daily driver daily performance from the MEIZU M6 Note. Opening, closing apps, switching between apps, multitasking is just as good as any phone in this price range, if not better. If you have a very good internet connection, the MEIZU M6 Note will open tasks very quickly, and you'll most likely never feel any lag at all when switching between animations. The MEIZU M6 Note is a great daily driver, even if it doesn't look as flashy as any device out there on the market. Like, it's not the most beautiful device out there, but when it comes to performance, battery life and sound we've already established, it's an absolute champion. Although the multitasking with split screen on the Xiaomi OS is done differently, it's actually better than most, since you can open any app, open multitasking, and run all the apps, any app you want with it. It doesn't matter if you have it loaded in the background or not, unlike most stock Androids where you can only use the apps you've opened in split screen multitasking. But in Nubia UI and in Xiaomi OS you can split screen multitask any app with an app that's not yet started, which is something better than even stock Android for me. And before you ask, yes, the MEIZU M6 Note does deliver 60 FPS and has a gyroscope for viewing 360 videos and can be used with Google Cardboard as a VR device. And now I'll leave you to the gaming test, since most of you are very eager and want to see if the MEIZU M6 Note will hiccup even running the most heaviest games on the Android Play Store market, and I can already tell you that it doesn't. And now we've come to the part that most of you want to know. Is the MEIZU M6 Note camera really that good as the spec sheet suggests? And before we start, I just want to show you that I've really taken the time and taken lots of pictures with it to prove you that yes, this is the best camera you can get for under $300, and even better than some $400 devices out there. Moto Z2 Play. And the main accent here is the low light performance and portrait mode. While it takes a little longer to process the portrait mode images, no one can argue with the results. This is a perfect portrait mode, even with subjects behind and light coming in from behind as well. The M6 Note absolutely perfectly captures every portrait shot. Even in indoor and low light conditions, the camera retains a lot of detail, and the results are staggeringly good and DSLR level quality. And the M6 Note can also record 4K video with the main cam and Full HD with the front cam. You do have lots of modes, and if you want you can choose the manual modes with the tripod to get that long exposure you want to get, because the M6 Note really offers very good manual controls. Anything you can think of you can control in the camera, it's there. It's a shame this is not present in the video, but it's a budget phone, and these are the shots taken with the MEIZU M6 Note. Now, I'm really a good smartphone photographer, since I've already reviewed like 80 phones and I know how to take a good shot. But it's one of those phones that it's almost impossible to get a bad shot, whether you're out in the park or in the mall, or just shooting some kind of random thing you see on the streets like this sculpture. The MEIZU M6 Note usually will deliver the best results you can get at this price. But if you know how to take a photo like I do, you'll get stunning DSLR quality photos with this phone. Even in low light, the portrait mode, as I said, this wonders for those of you who like to take great macros and portrait modes. And here is another great portrait mode of my fiance and of me with that previous shots I've shown you taken with the phone. And this is the indoor in lamplight conditions. This is not sunny outside. And compare this to the Xiaomi Mi 5X, you can definitely see there's plenty more detail, even if the Mi 5X is shooting in much better lighting conditions. So it's better portrait mode than the Mi 5X. Sorry Xiaomi, yes, the M6 Note is a better camera phone all round than the Mi 5X and the Android One. Shots are fired, but that's it. To further elaborate, here is my legendary outside tree, which I used to measure really low light performance because it has yellow light. And the first shot was taken with the M6 Note and this one was taken with the Mi 5X. And zoomed in close, this is what the M6 Note delivers and this is what the Mi 5X delivers. So you can definitely see there's so much more detail and clarity with the M6 Note. And this is another shot taken by me with the M6 Note outside, no tripods. Just absolutely amazing low light performance from this camera. And the front camera is 16 megapixel and it's just as good. Delivers excellent selfies almost all of the time, even in less than favorable conditions when there's plenty of light behind you. This managed to do very well, and even in very low light situations you will still get that cool looking selfie no matter where you are. And this is practically in no light conditions, so amazing low light selfie as well. And with the video quality, the 4K video has amazing quality and sound, but it's a bit shaky. If you want the best video option, I do suggest use the Full HD video because it's more stable. But when using the 4K, if you really must, you definitely know that there is some shakiness going on. But the front cam Full HD video is absolutely amazing. Here is me riding the tram. And it's bumpy, and the stabilization is very good on the front camera. And now let's wrap it all up for the MEIZU M6 Note. So you get the best cameras money can buy, and even better gaming performance, quad LED flash, great battery life, sunlight visibility, awesome audio from headphones and speaker, and very good build quality. Absolutely amazing package at this price, just incredible. The only cons I can definitely think of here are that there isn't any NFC, there isn't the USB Type-C, and in a bezel-less phone world the design is a bit dated. I definitely recommend the M6 Note as the best budget phone at this price. Absolutely amazing phone. Thank you for watching my MEIZU M6 Note review. Give the video a thumbs up if you like, subscribe to my channel and share it so that your friends can watch it as well.
Stick around.